Today, I'm going to show you how you can use Leostream to manage connections to macOS in the cloud. I'm sure you've all heard recently that AWS announced support for Mac in EC2. So here I'm going to show you how you can use the existing Leostream connection broker to allow users to connect securely to those Mac devices. So first I'm going to sign in to the connection broker as the main Leostream administrator, just so you can see how I've connected to AWS and set up my broker to connect users. To connect to AWS, I very simply created a center here that connected, in my case, to US East, because that is one of the regions that does support macOS. So I created the center for US East, and here, just so you can see what I have in that region in AWS, are the list of brokers. Now I'm actually running a broker that is in that particular region, and it is set to communicate with the Leostream agent that's installed on my Mac Mini. So we do have a Leostream agent that installs on Mac, and it's great because what it does is it responds to the connection broker with information about when did users log in and when did they log out. And coming up in the next release, it'll even report when those users have gone idle. So you can automate how long users have access to this Mac and do things like shut it down when the user's done, so you can save on compute costs that way. So the center hooked me up to that AWS region. And then what I've done is I've created a pool for my AWS Mac. So first what I did was I created one pool, which was all of the machines that are in that particular region. And then I created a nested pool here, which is just the desktops running macOS. So as you create additional Macs in your region, they would automatically be sorted into this pool. Now to connect to this desktop, I'm going to show you two different ways that we can do that. And I've created protocol plans, one for each. The first is using in-browser SSH. So both of these options are going to use our Leostream gateway. And in one case, I'm going to connect the user in browser to an SSH session to that macOS. That's great for developers who just need to be writing code. But then I'm also going to show you an in-browser VNC connection, also through our Leostream gateway. And this obviously gives you the actual graphical user interface. In my case, you're going to see Mojave. That happens to be the OS version that I spun up. Now that gateway, just to go back to AWS, that gateway is also running here in my US East region. So essentially what I have is one gateway that has my one public IP address into the VPC that's set up in this region. The broker itself then, as are the desktops, are just tucked away in the VPC with only private IP addresses. Just to kind of finish up the setup here in the broker, once I had my pools and my protocol plan, I created two policies, one that would offer that Mac and connect via SSH, and another one that would offer that Mac and connect via VNC. And I did that because I have two different sets of users. One's going to connect one way, the other is going to connect the other. So to show you what that looks like from an end user's perspective, here I'm logging in to the same Leostream login page, gateway going to the connection broker, but I'm actually connecting as an end user. So what I see here is different. And now when I connect to my offered Mac Mini, this is actually going to launch my VNC session, again, through the gateway, connecting in browser. And then I can log in as the user here. Now, obviously, some people would think, well, VNC is not very secure of a protocol, but remember, this is the only exposed IP address here is the gateway. And what I've done for my security group in Amazon is said only VNC connections are only allowed when they originate at the IP address of the gateway. So there's no way for somebody to come in and actually log into this Mac via VNC unless they've gone through your Leostream login and are being redirected through the gateway. So now if I look here in the broker, what I notice as that user is logging in, I see that they're in. So now not only can they only be accessed through the gateway, but you have information here about when those users are logging in and how long they've had access to that machine. So now let's go ahead and sign this user out. Yep, go ahead and log me out. Again, the Leostream agent is going to send those logout notices here, and that is going to ultimately release the assignment of that machine. So now the other user can use it. So here's my second user. they're going to log in and connect. Again, same machine that they're being offered. They wouldn't be offered it if the EC2 user was still using it, since the machine's available again. Now Mabel sees that machine, and in the case of her connection, it's actually logging again through the gateway, but now actually establishing the SSH connection. So now you've got access to SSH. Again, my security group is locked down, so only people who come in through the gateway can actually SSH into the machine. And that's the overview of connecting to macOS in AWS using Leostream. If you want more information or want to give it a try, you can drop us a line at sales@leostream.com. Thanks.